All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahawah Shema by Shema Rakakradash. I want to give double honors to the apostles GMS who teach well, and Shalom to all you brothers and sisters out there speaking this truth. All right, standing up for righteousness. Okay, all right. That's what we're supposed to do when you have this truth, man. You're supposed to speak it, stand up for righteousness, and keep the laws to the best of your ability. All right. All right, turn from wickedness too, man. That's another thing that we need to do. And the way we turn from wickedness is opening up this Bible, man, and speak and following and living to the best of our abilities the laws that we can keep. All right. All right, my message is for the 12 tribes of Israel, man, not anybody else. All right. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High and of our Lord Yahawah Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, all right? So you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that scattered abroad, man, that means y'all are scattered everywhere, okay? All right? This message that I'm preaching is for y'all, man, all right? For y'all to wake up, man, for y'all to turn to Yahawah Shema Shai, which is the name of the Father, and Yahawah Shai is the name of the Son, all right? Turn back to Yahawah Shema Shai with your whole heart. That means everything within your mind, all right, with your whole spirit, all right, with all your might, okay, all right. And this is Yahawah Shai, man. This is not exactly what he looks like, but this is a biblical description of what he does look like, okay, all right. Nobody worships this image, but this is what the Bible describes him to look like, okay, all right. Not a pale-faced white man, okay, as the churches in the world would like you to believe, okay. The biggest trick that the devil did, man, which Esau, Edom, the white man, they believe that they put themselves up to be God. That's the biggest trick, man, all right? All right, so we need to turn back from our transgressions, man, and the book of Jeremiah is going to tell us why and how, all right? This is Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 4. And Yahawah said, hath sent unto you all his servants the prophets, rising up early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened nor inclined your ear to hear. All right, so starting with the men of great millstone, Apostle Tahar on down, all right? You need to listen to those men, all right? And if I'm speaking some sense to you, listen to me, man, but I'm only speaking what I was taught through the Bible, starting from the men of great millstone, all right? All right, so what we need to do is listen to the prophets, okay? All right, myself included, all right? I need to listen to the prophets, okay? Because I'm not going to get any better if I turn my ear or don't incline my ear to what it is that they are speaking to the world, and more specifically when I listen, speaking to me, all right? This is Jeremiah 25:5. They said, turn ye again now everyone, this is what the prophet said, turn ye again now everyone from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that Yahawah Shema Shai hath given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. All right, so turn away from your transgressions, all right? Turn away from not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, all right? Because that's what it's about. It's about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. Nothing else, man, all right? And to glorify the Lord, all right? Glorify Yahawah Shema Shai. And anything else is, man, is you doing it for your own glory, okay? All right? And go not after other gods to serve them. This is verse 6. And go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. So if you don't go out here worshiping Jesus Christ, all right, these white people, all right, worshiping these other images, okay, all right, this is an image, man, all right, it's a physical image, and it's an image that's been branded in people's minds, okay, all right. This is the white man. This is who the world worships, man. They think this guy is coming to save them. This guy is not coming to save anybody, okay? All right? And people, you know, other religions, they worship cubes, and they worship an eight-hand God named Shiva and all this other nonsense, man, all right? It's all folly, man. And the Lord's coming to destroy those gods, man. All right. And provoke not the Lord with the works of your hands, man. So with the works of your hands, man, that that's you doing evil things, man. Things that you're not supposed to do, like transgress the law, man. Like eat pork, okay? Be a homosexual, all right? Not celebrate the Sabbath, okay? And on the Sabbath, man, you're supposed to be reading scriptures and resting, So it's a day of rest, man, from your work week, okay? All right. And the Lord won't do you no hurt. That's what the scriptures say, man. But we transgressed, all right? We didn't keep the laws, all right? That's why we here in America, okay? All right? And that's why we're not dwelling in Israel, all right? That's why. These individuals are over there in Israel acting as if they the real Jews, man. They're Jewish, all right? They're not the real Jews, man, okay? All right? They're the people that the world, through the Balfour Declaration, all right? I think it started in British. They gave it to them in British, all right? Gave it to them, all right? Through the Balfour Declaration, all right? Put these individuals in that land, man, and it was prophesied that they were going they would go in our land, man. All right, this is Esau, Edom, man. This is the so-called white man, okay? All right. So this is verse 7. All right, that's how we got in the situation that we in right now. All right, this is verse 7. Yet ye have not hearkened unto me, saith Yahawah Shem Yahushai, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt, all right? And every time, all right, we went against Yahawah Shem Yahushai, he put us in captivity, man, all right? These are all the captivity that we suffer, man, all right? Through the works of our iniquity, through our hands, okay? All right? We went through all these things, all right? We put ourselves into those captivities, okay? All right? By transgressing the law, statutes, commandments of Yahawah Shem Yahushai, all right? That's why we being ruled over and oppressed today, man. All right. Verse 8. Therefore, thus saith Yahawah Shem Yahushai of hosts. All right. Because ye have not heard my words, you haven't listened to the prophets. Okay. All right. The men of Great Millstone. All right. And the men that's teaching the same doctrine as the men of Great Millstone. Okay. All right. Behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith Yahawah Shem Yahushai, and Nebuchadnezzar. All right. The king of Babylon, all right, my servant, and will bring them against this land. So, all right, the Lord is saying that King Nebuchadnezzar and all the families that are lined up with King Nebuchadnezzar are going to be against Israel, man, all right? And they were, man, hence why we in captivity again today, man, all right? It all goes back to us transgressing the law, not trying to keep the law of Yahawah Shem Yahushai to the best of our abilities, okay, all right? And and him putting us into captivity and after captivity, man. After he sent judges to judge us and deliver us, we went right back into captivity because we did the wrong things, all right? And against the inhabitants thereof and against the nations round about will utterly destroy them and make them an astonishment and a hissing and a perpetual desolation, all right? That's why look at your people, man. Look at our so-called people, man. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. We are a desolation, man. We become bywords and proverbs, man. People call us nigger, spick, wetback, all right? They call the Indians red men, but the real red man is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right? Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstone and the light of the candle. So the Lord's going to take our truth from us, man. Us knowing who we are, man. All right. Us knowing who we are. All right. Us knowing who our Savior is. All right. He took that from us, man, because we kept transgressing the law. And again, this is Yahawah. This is our Savior. All right. Not no man named Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ, that's a Greek name. All right. And it goes back further into that, like by some dude named Serapis Christi, man, all right? Christus, whatever, all right? It don't matter. That name not important, man. The name that you need to know is Yahawah. That's the Heavenly Father's name, and the Son's name is Yahawah, all right? And this whole land shall be a desolation and and an astonishment, and these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. All right, so we serving the king of Babylon. All right, every president that come in and come out of the United States, man, they are the kings of Babylon, man. Those are the men that the Lord set up to rule over the world. All right, starting off with Esau, Edom, man. All right. So my message in that, man, is to turn away from your transgressions, all right? Turn away from the things that's going to cause you to err, man, to go against Yahawah Shema Shai, because at the end of the day, faith is going to save you if you truly and you wholeheartedly believe, but also showing your works by your faith, man, and to show your works, man, is to keep the law, man, all right, to the best of your ability, okay? All right, to know and to read the law and to keep the law, okay? Hey, how you doing, brother? All right, to know and to keep the law, man, all right? That's what it's all about. And on top of that, glorifying the Lord, man. All right? Do it with all your works, man. All right? Let me get that, man. Commit thy works to the Lord, man. All right? And in doing that, you're going to glorify the Lord, okay? All right? Let me get that scripture. All right, it's Proverbs 16:3. All right. All right, Proverbs 16:3. Commit thy works unto Yahawah Shema Shai, and thy thoughts shall be established, man. So if you go and you do the works of the Lord, man, which is keeping the law to the best of your ability, all right, being righteous by keeping the laws, all right, being a brother, all right, and being a brother is showing love, man, showing brotherly love, and brotherly love is loving those that are a part of the covenant, man, all right, and those individuals that are part of the covenant, those are in the brotherhood, okay, all right. And that word for works in the Greek is Salakia. It's in the Hebrew, all right. It's ma'ashid, all right. And it's deed, work, thing done, work, labor, act, business, pursuit, undertaking, enterprise, achievement, okay? Those things are your works, man, and those are the things that you need to commit into the Lord, and all of your thoughts shall be established, man. So if you think and you believe that you're gonna make it, man, show your works that you will make it. You will be saved, man, all right? You gotta clear your mind from the nonsense of this world, okay? All right, flee from the shadow of this world, like it says in 2nd Esdras, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that. Because we can't bring this corrupted flesh into the kingdom, man. All right. And yes, I'm speaking to you guys, but I'm speaking to myself first and foremost too, man. Because I got to clean up, man. I can't inherit the kingdom of the Most High, man, with the mind state of a niggard, all right, with the mind state of a Gentile, okay, all right, with the mind state of an American, okay, all right. This is 2nd Esdras 2:36. Flee the shadow of this world, receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly, all right. I'm out here testifying the Lord openly. His name is Yahawah, all right? That's who's going to come save you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right? But my point in saying that verse, man, all right, was to flee from the image of this world, man. Be not conformed to the image of this world. That's another scripture in the Bible that says that, man. Because if you conform to this world, man, how are you going to be saved, okay? How are you going to do the things that's pleasing unto Yahawah Shemel Shai? If you are conformed to the image of this world, man, and being conformed to the image of this world, man, is following the so-called white man in his ways, okay, in your captivity, all right? And that's what majority of us are doing because we don't know no better, all right? But if you open up the Bible and you read, man, and you ask the Lord to sit with you and teach you these things through men, all right? You have to learn through men. You're not going to learn of yourself, okay? All right? And if the Lord is willing, all right, which he always is, he's going to open up to you, man. If that's what your will is, if that's what the will of the Lord is for you, all right? And if you believe, man, if you trust and you hope, man, just pray for that, okay? All right? It's all about having faith at the end of the day, man. All right, this Romans, oh yeah. All right, this is Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahawah, which is your reasonable service, all right? So the men that you see always teaching on the highways and byways, okay, this word, truthfully, all right, they making their bodies a living sacrifice because when they open up this Bible, all right, and they start preaching the truth, all right, that's the altar, all right? All right? And they making their bodies a living sacrifice by being seen by everybody that's passing them by, either mocking or scoffing or just, saying something negative, okay? Also making a body a living sacrifice because they could die for preaching his word, okay? All right? But you can't have that mind state that I'm scared to die because, to be absent from the body, all right, is to be present with the Lord, okay? All right? And be not conformed to this world. This is Romans 12:2, all right? And be not conformed to this world, all right? Just like I was saying in the second address, man, flee from the shadow of this world, okay? All right? And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's what Yahawah Shai says when he's talking to I don't want to butcher his name, but when he says, you got to be like a child, you got to renew your mind, all right? And I'm going to get it, all right? Be ye transformed, starts with an N, man. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, Nicodemus, all right? That's who we're talking to, all right? That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High, man. So you got to deny yourself for the things that you think you need, the things that you think you want, because the Lord's going to give you all the things that you need, man, all right? He's going to give you all the things that you want if you believe, man, if you trust, all right? And that's all the Lord requires of us, man, to trust and believe in him and to keep the laws to the best of your ability, man, all right? And that all goes back to having faith, man, because you're not going to do something if you don't believe in it, man, all right? I believe in the Lord. That's why I'm out here teaching, all right, the Bible to the best of my abilities through the things that I learned from the men of Great Millstone, all right? Double honors to them, all right? To all of them, man, because I learned something from every brother from Great Millstone, all right? I watch videos all the time, and that's the same thing that you should be doing because those individuals not going to be in front of your face teaching you, all right? That's why the Lord put up the internet, all right? To learn, all right? All right, this is John chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahawah by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High, Yahawah. All right, for no man can do these miracles that thou do except the Most High be with him. All right. Yahawah answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. All right. So you can't be conformed to this world, and you have to be born again mentally. All right. Put off the shadow of this world, man. Put off this image that the white man has polluted your mind to follow. Okay. Go back to the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. All right. Go back and read the word as much as you possibly can. All right. And understand as much as you possibly can. Ask the Lord, I repeat, ask the Lord to be with you and to sit with you and give you understanding, all right? Nicodemus said unto him, how can a man be reborn when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Yahawah answered, Verily I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High, all right? The water and the Spirit is this word, man. Your mind being open to receiving this word, okay? Yahawah has to have chosen you to understand his word, all right? He has to have chosen you to get the understanding of his word, all right? And call halal Yahawah for letting me get the understanding of this word. Thank you, Yahawah, for the men that's taught me. Thank you, Yahawah, for the men that you set up before me to teach those that was before me and taught me, Yahawah, the water rabah for that. All right? This is verse 6. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. So you have to be born of the Spirit to enter into the kingdom of the Most High, man. All right? Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. All right? So must be born again, man. You got to be reborn mentally, man. You got to be as a child, man. You got to be humble, all right? You got to ask for the milk, all right? And you got to drink the milk, and you got to live by the milk, all right? And then the Lord will give you the meat that you need to be successful in teaching and learning more, all right? But if that's not the case for you, it's not going to happen, all right? Verse 8, the wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it come and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit, man. All right. So you got to be born of the Spirit to hear this word and to understand this word. All right. Nicodemus answered and said unto him, how can these things be? Yahawah answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel and knowest not these things? Verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know and testify that we have seen, but ye receive not our witnesses. All right. So those individuals, they were speaking on the things that they know and they seen, all right? But they're not speaking according to what they don't see and what they don't know, all right? If I have told you of earthly things and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you of heavenly things, all right? So the Lord was out there telling these individuals about things that they could see with their own eyes and they don't believe, all right? Like the white man's gonna come kill you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and that's gonna happen, man. They got this Rex 84 in plan. All right, they got Agenda 21. All right, they got all this kind of stuff set up to depopulate you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. Because if you go back into world history, starting with the Bible, man, it all started with Cain and Abel, then it went to Jacob and Esau, and now it's in today's time, you know. All right. All right, so we got to be reborn mentally, okay? All right, we got to be willing to accept what Yahawah has for us, all right? And Abaratazah is righteousness, man. It's righteousness, and we have to preach that righteousness, okay? All right? And, you know, we got to be thankful, you know, that the Lord has given us the understanding, and I'm thankful, all right? I'm sure everybody that is truthfully doing the work, they're thankful, all right? I'm positive of that, all right? We got to be thankful, because if we're not thankful, the Lord can take this understanding from us, all right? And we don't want that, man, because we could be out here bugged out, you know, doing things that aren't profitable to the Lord, you know? And we got to do things that are profitable unto the Lord, that's pleasing unto the Lord, you know? All right, this is Philippians 1:20. According to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with boldness always, as always, so now in Hamashiach shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death. For to live is Hamashiach and to die is gain, all right? So you can't be ashamed of having this truth, man. You can't be ashamed of speaking this Bible as it is written, man. These churches not going to tell you these secrets that's in here, man. You got to learn these secrets from men, all right? From men of the Lord that's been set up to teach, okay? All right? So be bold, man. Be not ashamed, all right? The Lord says, cry loud and spare not, man, all right? This is Isaiah 58:1. Cry loud and spare not. All right, when you cry loud, man, you're speaking loudly. And when you spare not, you're not worried about people's feelings, man. All you worrying about is trying to please the Lord, all right? Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and shew my people their transgressions, all right? Show the Lord's people, which is Israel, all right, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, your transgressions. And your transgressions is going against the law of Yahawah Shema Shai, all right? And the house of Jacob their sins, all right? And sin is transgressing the law, okay? When you transgress the law, you sin, all right? Thus saith the Bible, you know, all right? Thank you, ma'am, thank you. This is Philippians 1:22. But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. So the fruit of his labor was teaching his word, as the Bible says, okay? All right? What I shall choose, I won't not. For I am in a strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Hamashiach, which is far better. So he's saying that being with the Lord is better than living in this earth, man, because if we living in this earth, we being polluted by the things that we are ingesting daily on a day-to-day basis, all right? Nevertheless, I abide in the flesh is more needful for you. So Paul being out here in the flesh is more needful for us, so we can learn the righteous things, man. So we can learn the things that the Lord needs us to know, all right? And having this confidence, I know that I shall abide and continue with you for your furtherance and joy of faith. All right, so he's saying that him being down here was for us to learn and have more faith and be joyful in that faith that the Yahawah Shema Shai has given us. All right, that your rejoicing may be more abundant in Yahawah Shai Hamashiach for me by my coming unto you. All right, this is verse 27. Only let your conversation, and when you go into that word conversation, it's your conduct, the way you be, the way you act, all right? Be as it becometh the gospel of Hamashiach. All right, so the gospel is the truth of this Bible, man. The truth of this Bible. That whether I come and see you or else be absent, all right, whether if he's here physically with you, all right, or whether Paul is absent in the spirit world, okay, which he's probably down here now, all right? I may hear of your affairs, that ye stand fast in one spirit, with one mind striving together for the faith of the gospel. All right, and the faith of the gospel is that Yahawah Shema Shai, Yahweh Shai is going to come save you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians out of bondage, all right, because you are in bondage right now, all right? And in nothing terrified by your adversary, which is to them an evident token of perdition, all right? And our adversary is the so-called white man, all right? He hates the truth of this Bible. That's why he tried to bury it, okay? All right? But the men of the Lord brought it back out, you know? And don't be afraid of that, man. Stand strong, be men, all right? That's what you're supposed to be anyway. Grab your damn balls and be a damn man, all right? But to you of salvation and that of Yahawah and of the Most High. Verse 29, for unto you it is given in the behalf of Hamashiach, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake. All right, so it's commanded that we believe in the Lord, Yahawah Hamashiach, okay? All right, and suffer, all right? Suffer, man. Suffer mentally, suffer physically. Because Yahawah, he came down here and he suffered, all right? Having the same conflict which he saw in me and now here to be in me, all right? So Paul and all the apostles, they suffered, man, all right? How much more you, man, all right? The servant's not greater than his master, all right? And if the Lord suffered and you're doing the work of the Lord, don't you think people going to hate you like they hated the Lord for telling the truth? Don't you think you're going to get beat like the Lord got beat for telling the truth and possibly murdered? But if you die for the Lord, man, that's gain, man. Because you ain't doing nothing but waking up, working, and going into slavery every day. You're not gaining anything here, man. All right? All you're doing is losing here every day, man. You wake up, you go to work, you pay taxes, you eat, you ingest diabolical food, you ingest air that's killing you, all right? Your kids go to school and you don't see them most of the day. They're being indoctrinated by nonsense. They can't even learn the custom and the ways of the Lord, man, all right? It's all folly, man. This whole place is folly, man. That's why Yahawah Shem outside is going to come destroy this place, all right? Thus saith the Bible, man, all right? But going back to, suffering for the Lord, can attest to you not having any money. You're worrying about how you're going to make it the next day, how you're going to feed your family, all right? You're suffering for the Lord is, you coming out here to teach this Bible and people at your job see you, all right, and they talk about you and they tell your manager that you're against America, all right? And you could lose your job for that, all right? That's suffering for the Lord. It goes deeper into that, but, suffer for the Lord, not for yourself, all right? All right, here we go. This is Isaiah chapter 52, verse 13. Behold, my servant shall deal prudently, and he shall be exalted and extolled and be very high. So the Lord's Yahawah's servant was his son, Yahawah, all right? And he is exalted very high. He's at the right hand of the Most High, and that's Yahawah, okay? As many were astonished at thee, his visage was so marred, more than any man, and his form more than the sons of men, all right? So Yahawah took the ultimate beating, man, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. And what are you doing for him in return, man? You're not doing nothing, man, but being a niggard, man. Smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, defiling your temple, committing adultery, out here being a homosexual, eating pork, eating abominable foods, all right, such as shrimp, crab, and lobster, all right? All those things are abominations, man, and all those things gonna get you killed by Yahawah Shem Shai, all right? Being joined hand in hand with the white man in any kind of way, that's gonna get you killed too. So shall he sprinkle many nations, all right? And those many nations go back to those individuals that are Israelites in the spirit, okay? Because you could look like a heathen, all right, but have the spirit of an Israelite in you. Thus saith the Bible, man, because in Jeremiah it reads that the Lord's inheritance, all right, is a speckled bird, man. And if you look at a bird that's speckled, all right, it has many different colors on it, all right? The king shall shut their mouths at him, for that which had been told them shall they see, all right? So they're going to see the Lord and his coming, man, and his glory when he cracks those clouds, man, all right? And when he comes down here on the spaceship, man, all right? They're going to see the Lord in his glory, man, all right? He's going to be shining, all right? He's going to be shining, man. He's going to come back in here. He's going to crack those clouds, all right, on the chariot, man, which the world got y'all believing is UFOs, man. If you read the scriptures, man, you'll find out they are the vehicles of heaven, man, all right? And that which they had not heard, they shall consider, man. And the things that those individuals back in the day didn't hear or they not hearing now, man, they can consider in that day, man, when death and destruction is coming, all right? Because it's on its way, man. Just pay attention to the things that's in the news, man, all right? Listen to the news, man. Watch the news, man. Watch your local news. Watch your global news, all right? Watch Watch the money market, because the value of the dollar is going down and down, every day, man. All right. Inflation is going up and up, man. What you gonna do when they drop that dollar, man? You're gonna take that chip if you don't believe on Yahawah Shema Shai, all right? Because that's part of that's part of the system, all right, to go with the next new thing, man. All right? That's a fad, okay? That's a fad to go with the next new thing, okay? All right? And it's been wired in your brain. Oh, since this new phone came out, let me go get this new phone. It's gonna cost you a damn arm and a leg though. But it makes sense for you to go get it. No, it doesn't, man. All right. Just like it's not gonna make sense for you to go get that RFID microchip, man. All right. If you're hearing this word and you go get that RFID microchip, or you get a brain implant inside you, man, the Lord's gonna destroy you, man. And good riddance to you, man. All right. All right, this is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, all right? And his promise is to redeem the children of Israel, man, out of this current world that we living in, man. That goes for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. The Lord is coming to deliver you, but you got to have faith, all right? You got to be one of the hopeful elect, okay? One of the 144,000. If you're not, man, you're just going to be destroyed, all right? As some men count slackness, but is long suffering toward to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. All right, and that's only for the nation of Israel, man. All right, only for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Also for those that are speckled, that are part of that speckled bird, man. All right, they're gonna hear this word and they're gonna draw to it. Okay, all right, and then the Lord's gonna sit with them, and he's gonna let them go out there and do the things that they need to do to glorify the name of the Lord. All right. But the day of the Lord, all right, this is verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. All right. If you know a thief is coming, you're going to prepare yourself. All right. But if you don't know that thief is coming, you're not going to be prepared. So the Lord's going to come like a thief in the night. You're not going to know what day or what time the Lord's coming. The only entity that knows that when he's going to send his son is the Most High Yahawah. Okay. Yahawah Shai don't even know when he's coming, all right? That's why it says he's going to come as a thief in the night, all right? In which the heavens, all right, the heavens is this current rulership that we in, being ran by a so-called white man, Esau, Edom, all right? Shall pass away with the great noise, all right? All right, this right here is going to happen, all right? This right here is gonna happen. That great noise is gonna be that thundering sound of ICBM missiles coming to hit you. All right, hit you mainly Babylon, aka America. Okay, all right. That's what's coming. That's gonna be that great noise. All right. And the elements, all right, the things that you see around you that have elemental value, like the concrete, the street poles, your cars, your homes, your money, all right, your children, all right, you, all right, shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, man. All right, look at this, man. That's ICBM missiles gonna cause this, okay? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, all right? If you pay attention to the news, man, everybody got them. And they're not just gonna put them in a warehouse museum, man, for sure. They're gonna use them, all right? And they're gonna be used mainly here in America, okay? 200,000 missiles, all right, is gonna be used here in America, man, all right? Thus saith the Bible, man, all right? And I'm gonna get that, all right? Seeing, this verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness? So that goes back to your conduct, man. How you supposed to be as a man of the Lord? How you supposed to be as a man, as a person? Follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Show brotherly love. and have faith and hope in Yahawah, he's going to come save you, all right? Because all these things that you see before you is going to pass away, all right? Looking for and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High, all right? Wherein the heavens being on fire be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat again, all right? The heavens is this place that the so-called white man built up. It's America, this world, his foundation, all right? His blessing that he received from Isaac, okay, all right? Esau received from Isaac is the world that we living in right now, all right? The pollution, the high skyscraper buildings, all right? The GMO food, all this other nonsense, man, all right? That the white man has put up to destroy you, man. All this stuff is gonna be destroyed, man, all right? Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, all right? So the promise is only to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right, first and foremost, okay? The children of Israel, which go back to Abraham, okay? Which is Isaac's son, all right? All right, and the new heavens and the new earth, man, all right, it's not gonna be what you see right here. People driving around in polluted cars, man. People driving around and things that and are doing things that's abominable to the body, man. All right, hold on, let me go ahead, Jeremiah 31. You know, I'm just going to Ezekiel. Because that's how we're going to dwell in righteousness, man. We're going to have the law, statutes, commandments put inside of us, man. And who wouldn't want to do righteous things, man? If you don't want to do righteous things, man, then you want to stay here in America, man. And you want to be destroyed. And I hope the Lord destroys you, man. All right, this is how we're going to get righteousness, man. This is how we're going to dwell in righteousness after Yahawah destroys America and destroys all these other countries, refreshes the earth, okay? All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 16. Moreover, the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way and by their doings. Their way was before me, and as the uncleanness as the uncleanliness of a removed woman. All right, so Israel was following the customs of these heathen nations, man, doing their own thing. All right. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols where they had polluted. All right, they polluted themselves worshiping these idols, man. Worshiping things that are not profitable, man. Money is not profitable to you, all right? These women, they're not profitable to you, all right? These women only take your money, which you work for, all right, because you're in captivity, man, all right? And I scattered them among the heathen, all right, this is verse 19, and I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries, all right? That's going back to Israel being a speckled bird, okay? The Lord scattered Israel throughout the countries, man, all right? According to their way and according to their doings, I judge them. So the judgment of the Lord, man, was to put us into captivity over and over again, all right? And we're in our final captivity, man, all right? Because we're so stiff-necked and we're so hard-headed, we're not going to turn back to the Lord, all right? The Lord's just going to come destroy 2/3 of America, the 2/3 of Israel, and the rest of Israel, the 1/3 and 144,000, they're going to be saved, man, all right? And when they entered unto the heathen, whether they went, they profaned my holy name. When they said to them, these are the people of Yahawah and are gone forth out of his land, all right? So when the Lord scattered us, we went to other nations and we profaned the Lord's name, all right? We didn't worship the Lord. We didn't follow his ways, all right? Basically, people back in the day were saying, forget the Lord. We're going to go do our own thing, all right? So that put us into captivity that we in right now in America, man, all right? But I had pity for my holy name, mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whether they went, all right? So wherever we went, we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We said, forget the Lord. We said, forget the Lord's name. That's why right now, the name of the Lord is coming back into fruition, man. It's coming back out there through the men of great millstone, okay? All right, starting with Apostle Tahar on down, man, all right? So the name of the Lord is going to be a holy mountain, man, to those that believe, okay? All right? Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith Yahawah Shema Shai, I do this not for your sake, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, all right? So the Lord is only keeping his promise that he gave to Abraham for his sake, man, for his name's sake, all right? Because the Lord can do that. The Lord can do whatever he want to do, all right? That's why the Lord put us into captivity over and over again, all right? Which he had profaned among the heathen, whether you went, all right? You kept profaning the Lord's name, but the Lord is keeping his promise to Israel for his name's sake, not for us, man, for his name's sake, all right? And I will sanctify my great name. His name is Yahawah, and the son's name Yahawah Shai, all right? Which was profaned among the heathen, which he had profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahawah Shema Shai, saith Yahawah Shema Shai power, when I will be sanctified and before your eyes. And the Lord's going to be sanctified, all right? He's being sanctified right now, all right? And even more, he's going to be sanctified when he comes and he cracks those clouds, okay? All right? Because every knee's going to bow, man, all right? For I will take from you among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. That's another way that the Lord's going to be sanctified. He's going to gather his elect, all right, and put his elect in their own land, and the elect are going to replenish the earth, all right? Then will I sprinkle, all right, here we go. This is how we're going to follow and keep righteousness, okay, all right? This is verse 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean, all right? From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you, all right? The blood of the Lord, man, is how we're going to be cleansed, okay, all right? Verse 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. Salakia, let me go back. Let me start over. This is verse 26, Ezekiel 36 and 26. And I will start, and a new heart will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh, man. So he's going to give us the heart to follow law, statutes, and commandments, because he's going to put those law, statutes, and commandments in us, man. All right, and that's what we need to dwell in righteousness, man. All right, and I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. All right, that's how we're going to keep righteousness, man. That's how we're going to be righteous, all right? And ye will dwell in the land that I gave your fathers, all right? And which is Israel, all right? That's the land, all right, that he gave to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right? Through the promise, okay? And ye shall be my people, and I will be your power, all right? Verse 29, I will also save you from all your uncleanliness, and I will call for the corn and will increase it, and I will lay no famine upon you, all right? So we're going to be dwelling in righteousness forever, man, all right? There's going to be no death and no destruction. There's going to be there's going to be nothing but righteousness, man. And we're going to live forever, man. Because if you commit sin, man, that's the tick mark for death, man, all right? All right? So if you have the law, statutes, and commandments within you, you're not going to sin. That means you're not going to die, okay? All right, this is verse 30. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall ye remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. So he's gonna make us remember all the things that we did. All right, all the things that we did that were contrary to Yahawah Shema Shai. He's gonna make us remember those things. All right. Not for your sakes I do this, saith Yahawah Shema Shai, power. Be it known unto you Be ashamed and confounded for your ways, O house of Israel. All right. So be upset, be ashamed, and be confounded for the ways of the things that you're doing now, man. Not following righteousness, not being not being in order according to the scriptures, you know. All right. All right, so that's what we're looking for ultimately, okay? All right, let me go back to 2 Peter chapter 3. That's what's gonna be in a new heaven and a new earth, man. All right. Verse 13, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we according to his promise, all right, which I just read, all right, getting those new law, statute, commandments put inside of us so we don't go off, all right, only for Israel, all right. We're gonna dwell in a new land, all right. A new look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. All right. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot or blameless. All right. So continue to have brotherly love, continue to have faith, continue to do lawful things to the best of your ability. All right. Don't be over righteous to destroy yourself, all right? Because the scriptures say, speaking on, be not over righteous, you know? But do the things that are right, man, according to the Lord, man. Please the Lord. That's all you got to do. That's what our goal is, man. To keep the law to the best of our ability, all right? Glorify Yahawah Shema Shai with our bodies, with our mouths, with our minds, okay? All right? Seek forgiveness because we sin every day, all right? There's no real physical way. It's impossible to keep all the law, statutes, and commandments, man, all right? Work, you know. We got to work on the Sabbath days. You know, some jobs require men to not have beards, all right? Some jobs require men to have lineups, all right? But you cannot eat pork. You cannot eat shrimp, all right? Those are laws you can keep. You can choose to what you eat and what you don't eat, all right? It's called be wise in the sense of what it is that you can and you can't do, you know? Don't destroy yourself, all right? All right, this is Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. All right, going back to that new heaven and earth, man, that we need, that we want, all right? And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea, all right? You know why there's going to be no more sea? Because ICBM missiles, all right, is going to dry up that sea, all right? ICBM missiles are going to destroy this place, all right? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, man, all right? All right, that's what's gonna happen, man. All right, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adored for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. All right. So the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. All right. You got to be a man. All right. You got to be a man physically. You got to be a man mentally. All right. For the Lord to be dealing with you or dwelling within you or teaching you his ways. All right. Or for you to come out here and preach, man. Because if you're not a man, you can't do the work of the Lord, man. All right. And Yahawah shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes. All right. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. All right. Once this place, all right, America is destroyed and all these other nations are done blowing themselves up, and Yahawah Shai is done cleansing the earth, all right, the way he wants to cleanse the earth, all right? Verse 4 is going to come into effect. Chapter Revelation 21:4. All right. And this is going to be upon the new earth that we're going to be living in, man. No, and the Most High Yahawah shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. So there's going to be no more crying because so-and-so got shot. If so-and-so got shot, that was because they was doing wickedness. All right. There's going to be no more tears because, you know, you got to go to some stupid ass job, or you got to eat poisonous food, or some kind, whatever wickedness that's going to cause you to have tears. There's not going to be no more of that. All right. And there should be no more death, man. There's going to be no more death, okay, for the Israelites, all right, because they're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments programmed in their mind. Go read, I just read over Ezekiel 36, and go read Jeremiah 31 and 31, all right? That's how we're going to overcome the sting of death, man, by having the law, statutes, and commandments placed in us, okay, all right? Neither sorrow, neither crying, neither there shall be any more pain, man. So there's going to be no more nonsense, man, that this world brings upon us right now. When Yahawah Shema Shai comes and sets up his kingdom, man. When Yahawah Shai sets up his kingdom. All right, through Yahawah, okay? All right. Verse 5. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I will make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are faithful and true. All right. The words of this Bible are faithful and true, man. All right. But the Lord said he's going to make all things new, man. So we can't imagine what the Lord is going to make new. All right. We can't, our mind state is not at the mind state of the Lord's. All right. So when Yahawah Shema Shai comes in and redoes the earth, man. All right. The scriptures go into it a little bit, man, but it doesn't go into it in depth how the mind of the Lord is, man, in the sense of how the kingdom is going to be. All right. Yes, there's going to be the 12 gates. All right. Yes, there's going to be streets of gold, man. All right. But there's going to be more far out other things than that we can't imagine with our puny minds, you know. All right. And he said unto me, it is done. All right. I am the Alpha and the Omega. All right. Yahawah Shai is the Alpha and the Omega. All right. The beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is a thirst the fountain of water of life freely. All right. So if you're thirsty for this truth, man, the Lord is giving it out. All right. The Lord is giving it out, starting with his men and Great Millstone, okay? Always go back to Great Millstone because that's who got the 100% truth, man. And everybody that's teaching the same doctrine as Great Millstone, man, all right? If you're a part of it or you're not, man, you're teaching the same things that Apostle Hard teaches, all right? You got the 100% truth, man. If you don't sway from the things that Apostle Hard teaches, you got the 100% truth, man, all right? He that overcometh shall inherit all things. All right, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. All right, Yahawah Shai overcame all things. All right, so that's why he has all things. All right, that's why the Lord Yahawah gave him all things. Okay, all right. But this verse goes into us as the elect men. All right, if we overcome the things that we have to overcome, all right, the Lord's going to give us the things that he's supposed to give us because he promised, all right, that he's going to have joint heirs. Okay, all right. But the fearful and the unbelieving, and the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and the sorcerers, and the idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake, which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. All right, that second death, all right, is these ICBM missiles, man. All right, these intercontinental ballistic missiles that's coming. Okay, all right, you can't escape this, man. All right, there's a bunch of movies out there that you can see where these intercontinental ballistic missiles done damage, man. All right. These things are coming, all right? You can't escape that, man. The only way you're gonna escape that is if you're a man of the Lord and if you're a part of the elect, okay? All right. All right, even though our minds are wicked, you know, the Lord knows who's his elect are, man. All right. And the Lord is gonna justify and save those men, all right? All right. So if you know this truth and you have this truth, man, all right, and you're trying your best, all right, to live by the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your abilities, all right. You're supposed to rejoice, man, because you got something that nobody else has, man. People, walk by the Apostle Great Millstone and all the men that teach this truth to the best of their abilities. They walk by them, all right, and they don't have the truth. They have all these worldly things that don't mean anything, all right. All right, so we're supposed to rejoice, all right? See, cars letting out all these exhaust fumes, man, that's killing people, man, all right? That's the way the white man wants the world ran, though, you know? All right, so this is Philippians chapter 4, verse 1. Therefore, my brethren, dearly beloved and longed for, my joy and my crown, so stand fast in the Lord, my dearly beloved. So stand fast in the Lord, man. Do what's pleasing unto Yahawah Shah. And I want to know what the definition of that word stand fast means, all right? So let me go ahead and get that. All right, in the Greek, that word is steko. All right, to stand firm, to preserve, to persist, to keep one standing. All right, so we got to stand fast for the Lord. Stand firm for Yahawah Shah, man. All right. Keep believing, all right, no matter what. No matter what your mind tries to condemn you to think, all right. No matter what people say, stand firm, man. Believe, trust, all right. Hope, all right. Have faith, all right. I beseech Eodias and beseech Syntyche that they be of the same mind in Yahawah. All right, so we all got to be on the same accord, man. All right, we all have to be on the same accord. All right, if we're not in the same mind state, if we're not on the same accord, are we going contrary to one another? And ultimately, we're going contrary to Yahawah Shah. All right, and I entreat those also true yoke fellow help those women which labor with me in the gospel, with Clement, also with other my fellow laborers whose name are in the book of life, man. All right, those individuals that help the apostles, man. All right, because if you're not a prophet, all right, and you help the prophets, you're gonna get the prophet's reward. All right. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. All right, let me go ahead and get that word rejoice. All right. All right, rejoice means to be, it's kario, all right? It means to be glad, that's in the Greek. It means to be glad, rejoice exceedingly, to be well, thrive, and salutations, hail, all right? All right, so rejoice, man, be glad, all right? I'm glad to come out here another day, all right, and have listened throughout the week, all right, and to have been taught throughout the week, and to come out here and teach on a day that I'm destined to come out here and teach, all right? Let your moderation be known to all men. Yahawah Shah is at hand, all right? So the Lord he's close, man, all right? He's coming, man. He's coming like a thief in the night, as I read earlier. Be careful for nothing and prayer, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto the Most High, all right? So be careful for nothing, man, all right? Always praying for everything that you need, man. Praying for the things that you think you want, man. And the Lord's going to give them to you in due time. And be thankful for the things that you have and the things that you don't have, because the things that you don't have are not needed. And the things that you do have are the things that are needed, all right? And the things that you want and that you don't have, they could destroy you, man, if you get them, all right? And the peace of the Most High, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Hamashiach Yahawah Shai. All right, this is verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good, of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on those things, man. So what's some good things, all right? Let me go through. All right, so what are some true things, all right? The true thing, one true thing, all right, is that if you're a Negro, Latino, or so-called Native American, all right, you were Israelite, okay? All right, that's a true thing, all right? And what's an honest thing? And an honest thing that the Lord is only going to come save 144,000 of those so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. All right? And what's a just thing, all right? A just thing is that if you have faith, all right, the Lord's going to save you. If you believe that you're going to be saved, all right, if you believe that you can do the work of the Lord, you're going to put those things into action, and that's faith, man, all right? And what's pure, man? Pure is following the law, statute, commandments to the best of your ability, all right? Not eating pork. That keeps your body undefiled. Not popping some other man's woman. That's adultery. That keeps your body not defiled, all right? Not eating abominable foods, you know? Not doing anything contrary to the law. That's pure, okay? All right? And if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on those things, man. And Yahawah Shema Shai gets all the praises, man. All the glory and all the honor, man. All right? Fully, wholeheartedly, and openly, you know? All right? So those are the things that you should be thinking on, as we just read in Philippians 4 and 8. All right, this is 4 and 9. Those things which ye have learned and received and heard and seen in me, do. And the peace of the Most High shall be with you. All right, so the things that you heard from Paul and the things that you heard from the apostles of a great millstone and things that's in this Bible, because that's all they teaching, all right, you got to do those things as well, man. All right, you got to put off that old man, all right? And it starts spiritually, you know? It starts mentally, and then it'll turn into the physical, you know? All right, so, you know, not eating pork, not lusting after another man's wife, you know? Not practicing covetousness, all right? Not being a liar, you know? Enduring the truth and teaching the truth, all right? The things that, you know, that are what we're supposed to do, man. Make your body a living sacrifice, man. If you're not destined to be a teacher, go out there and sit on the corners and listen, man, to those men that are destined to be teachers, all right? Or you know, if you learn for a while, man, you got enough knowledge out there to go teach, man. Get up off your butt, man, and we got to be proactive too, man, because the Lord hates a slothful servant, man. We don't need to be slothful, man, in any manner or aspect, especially when it comes to pushing His word, you know, because if we slothful, the Lord is going to destroy us, man. And I don't want to be destroyed, man, when I have a choice to do the right thing, you know. It's hard to do the right thing sometimes when you're living in Babylon, man. All right, but the things that you can do them, man. All right. And the peace of the Most High is gonna be with you, man. All right, I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind for myself, man, because I need to be more of a doer, you know. But it's a battle, man. All right, and you got to overcome, like we just read in Revelations, man. I'm gonna read it again, because you got to endure and you got to overcome, man. You got to endure, man. And there's gonna be a lot of things out here that we're not gonna be able to endure with the mind state that we in right now, you know. That's why we gotta pray and have faith that Yahawah Shai is gonna lead us to the things that we need to do. All right. So this is Revelation 21:7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. That's for the elect, man. That's for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. But I'm speaking it for myself so I can get it in my mind, all right? And I'm speaking it for those individuals that watch or that are listening, man. We got to overcome, man. Revelation 21:7, man, all right? Because death is going to come, all right? Famine is going to come, all right? Pestilence is going to come, all right? Earthquakes are coming. All these things are coming, man. You know, you living with no power, you living with no food, all that stuff is coming. How are you going to endure those things, all right? if you don't have the word of the Lord, man. If you don't have any trust or any faith in Yahawah Shema Shai, you know. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved, man. In order to endure, you got to overcome, man. You got to overcome the little trials and tribulations that you go through on a day-to-day basis. You got to overcome the things that's hindering you, man. All right, that's how you endure. That's how you overcome, and that's how you're going to endure. All right, but how about Shema Shai's got to give you that strength, man. All right, and Lord willing, starting with the Apostle of Great Millstone on down, and all the brothers that's teaching me or have taught me, they get the strength to endure, you know. And everybody that's watching and listening and being sincere, they get the strength to endure, you know. All right. You know, it's about enduring. It's about worshiping the Lord. It's about keeping the laws. It's about changing your mind. All right. All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither does corruption inherit incorruptible. Salaki. Neither does corruption inherit incorruption. All right, so the flesh and blood is corrupted, man. It's corrupted by the ways of this world. It's corrupted by the things that we see. It's corrupted by the philosophies that we've been taught, all right? Starting with the things that our parents taught us, man, and then the school system taught us, and the way the world is. That's how the flesh and blood is corrupted, and that's why it won't inherit the kingdom of the Most High, you know? And that's, again, you got to change your mind, you know? Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed, all right? And this is talking about, you know, your body being changed and your mind being changed when Yahawah Shema Shai implants those law, statutes, commandments in your fleshly heart, all right? Like I just had read in Ezekiel the 36th chapter, all right? In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall all be changed. All right. So within that quick second, man, it's less than a second, man. When the Lord redeems His elect, okay, those individuals, all right, they're gonna be changed. All right. First and foremost, they're gonna be changed. Okay. Let me get this precept before I continue. All right, this is 1 Thessalonians 4:17. Then which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahawah Shema Shai in the air. All right, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. All right, and at that moment, in that instant, you know, those men, all right, that get beamed up, all right, they're going to have those law, statutes, and commandments in them first, man, because they're the elect, all right? The Lord's going to put that crown on their head, all right? The Lord's going to probably once that they get that crown put on their head, or once they get beamed up, you know, they're going to have those law, statutes, and commandments in them, you know, at that very second, you know? But that's all on how the Lord does it, you know? All right, but at the end, once you get beamed up, you're going to get that crown, all right? And you're going to be a righteous ruler. You're going to be joint heirs with Yahawah Shai, man, all right? For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. All right, and how we do that, man? We go back to following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities. All right, we go back to reading. All right, we go back to teaching our family. All right, what it is that you learn. All right, we go back to Keeping the high holy days, all right? Not celebrating Christmas, not celebrating Thanksgiving, all these other nonsense, man. Celebrate the high holy days like the Sabbath, the Feast of Tabernacles, all right? All these things that are beneficial to the Lord, all right? Not beneficial to your fleshly needs, not beneficial to your fleshly wants, all right? Not beneficial to the things that are gonna get you killed, man, by nuclear missiles, man, which is coming, all right? Put off the image of this world, man. Put off these worldly things. All this stuff is vanity, man, all right? And it's a daily process, man. It's a daily fight, you know? All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1. I said in my heart, go to now, I will prove thee with mirth, therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity, man. So you living in mirth, you living in pleasure, man, that's vanity, man, and that's contrary to Yahawah Shema Shai, man, all right? The Lord's gonna take that from you, then what are you gonna have, all right? You're not gonna have anything, man. All you're gonna be relying on is the things that you had, and that pleasure, that mind-seeking pleasure, all right? That gluttonous, that covenantness, all right? Of those pleasurable things, they're gonna be taken away from you. Then what are you gonna do? You don't know the name of the Lord, then you're gonna be destroyed, all right? But if you know the name of the Lord and you have faith and you believe and you selected to believe, all right, then you're gonna be straight. The Lord's gonna guide you. He's gonna take care of you, all right? And ultimately, that's what we want, you know, all right? That's what everybody should want, you know? We gotta, you know, come up out of our own mentality, you know. We gotta do the things that's pleasing to Yahawah Shema Shai, not pleasing to our flesh, all right? The Lord's gonna protect his own, you know. He's gonna protect his servants, you know. All right, this is Psalms chapter 34, verse 22. Yahawah Shema Shai redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. All right, so trust in the Lord, man. Believe on Yahawah Shema Shai, all right? And if you're a servant of the Lord, he's gonna save you, man. He's gonna save you through all the things that's coming about, man. The famine and destruction, all right? The plagues of this world, man, all right? Because that's only for, you know, the destruction of the 2/3 and of Esau, all right? And of the heathen nations, okay? That's not for the destruction of Israel, his righteous, the ones that he's going to save, you know. So if you believe and you're not fearful in your heart, the Lord's going to save you, man, all right? Don't be afraid, all right? All right, this is Psalms 37. This is Psalms 37 and 11, man. All right. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. All right. The meek, man, that's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You meek, Salakia, because you have nothing, man. You have only what your oppressors put on you, man. All right. And you follow after your oppressor, man. And your oppressor, all right, which is so-called white man, he's continually oppressing you, all right. With the food, with the education system, with debt, all right, with taxes, with fake money, you know, all these things. It's like you know, you constantly waking up in a bad dream, all right, and you being oppressed, all right, and that oppression is driving you insane, all right. It's driving you to commit suicide. It's driving you to do unlawful things, all right. That's why you the meek. That's one reason why you the meek, all right. And you're gonna inherit the earth, man, through the spirit and power of Yahawah Shema Shai, all right? you're going to inherit the earth, man. Thus saith the Bible, because the world was made for your sakes. This world that we're living in right now, all right, it was made for the heathen, all right, and it was made for Esau, Edom, man. Those individuals that are enjoying the luxuries of this life, man, they receive their reward, you know, all right. And this is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, and their dwelling place to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, all right? So, all right, so you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that want this place to continue, man, all right? That's you setting up your family from generation to generation to have worldly and carnal things, all right? Also, that ties into Esau, Edom, thinking that, you know, this current rulership of this current world is going to continue on forever and ever, all right? But it's not, because Yahawah Shem Shai, he has to set up his Yahawah Shai has to set up his kingdom, all right? And that's the kingdom that's going to rule forever, all right? And those individuals that you call yourself, you know, African American, all right, and the lands that are named after themselves, all right, these are the individuals, man. Leo Scipio Cano, Scipio, Skio, I don't care, he's a fucking Edomite, all right? Africanus, he named Africa after him, all right? And Amerigo Vespucci, man, he named America after himself, all right? All right? So this is that scripture where I just read. They call their lands after their own names, man, all right? The Edomites set themselves up to be rulers, all right? And call their lands after themselves, or call their lands after their own names, all right? And here you go, here's the names that they set up, man, all right? So you can't be from Africa and call yourself an African American, all right? If you're from the western part of Africa, 9 times out of 10, you were Israelite, man, all right? If you was brought over here on cargo slave ships, 9 times out of 10, you were Israelite, man, all right? If your lineage goes back to your father and your father's father and your father's father being a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American Indian, all right, you are Israelite, man. And that's all this Bible is about, man. It's about the Israelites, man. It's not about any of these other heathen nations, because a white man is ruling his kingdom right now, all right? And his kingdom is soon to be over, man. Sooner rather than later, you know? Sooner rather than later, you know? Because it's vexing that I can't do the things that I want to do that's pleasing unto the Lord because of a job that I have to go to, all right? Because this is just captivity, man, all right? This is just captivity, and we got to play out our captivity, man, because we sinned against the Lord, you know? And it's vexing that we have to see homosexuality. We have to, you know, eat GMO food, you know? It's vexing that we have to breathe in chemical-induced air. It's vexing that our women are not in order. It's vexing that our kids are not in order, you know? It's vexing that that we know who the oppressor is and we can't take him down right now. We just gotta wait on Yahawah Shem Shai. Anyway, all right? It's good to wait on the Lord, all right? Because when the Lord comes, he's gonna get first dibs first, all right? But then after that, you know, his elect men, all right, they're gonna do the things that the Lord ordained them to do, all right? But this is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 34. Wait on the Lord. Wait on Yahawah Shem Shai and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. All right, and that's what you want to see, man. You want to be up there in that so-called UFO, looking down on the world, especially America, watching this place burn. All right. So in order to do that, you gotta wait on the Yahawah Shema Shai and keep his way. And to keep his way is to do the work of the Lord, which is follow the law, statute, commandments to the best of your ability. All right. That's the way of the Lord, you know. Teach what you know, all right, truthfully, all right, and not out here for vainglory, or not being a covetous man or a sinful man, all right. Mortify your members, man. Change yourself, all right. It's about changing yourself mentally, man, all right. But and you know, just wait on the Lord ultimately, man, because he's the author of the beginning and the end. Yahawah Shai is, man, all right. But you know, turn from evil, all right. And the Lord's going to deliver those that he set out to save, man, all right. All right, here's another scripture about waiting on the Lord. This is Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 25. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. All right, the Lord is good to those because he's going to give those individuals that waited on him the inheritance of the world, man. You're going to be joint heirs with Yahawah Shai, man. And if you don't want that, man, you want America to continue on, all right? You want to live in this folly, okay? You want to live in this wickedness, this wretchedness, all right? Where people killing themselves or killing each other over food, you know, a Popeye's chicken sandwich, all kind of just wickedness, man, all right? So we got to wait on the Lord and keep having that faith and keep having that hope and that trust, all right? This is something my relative told me the other day, man. Let me, and it hit me because it's like, man, that's, you know, that's what we got to do, you know? All right, she said her mom used to say this to her, without hope and without hope, which goes back into faith, all right? And love, you have nothing. Love goes back into charity, all right? Without those two things, you have nothing. But you can exist. You can't exist if you don't give it all you got, man. And that's what you got to do, man. The Lord gave you this truth. He let you know who you are, all right? You got to give it all you got. You got to have that hope, that faith, that belief, that trust, that confidence to endure, and that he's going to save you, all right? And you got to have that charity, that love to come out here and do the work of the Lord. And do the work of the Lord when nobody's watching, you know, always reading, trying to live right, you know, trying to keep your conversation, your conduct, all right, was your conduct holy, all right? And to endure, you know, and to fight, you know. Fight, it's a mental fight, it's a physical fight, all right? So with that, I'm gonna say, Call Halayim La, Yahawah Shema Shai, Ba Shema Kakradash. I got demons on motorcycles, man. So I can't give the Lord the praise that the world needs to hear, man. Because these stupid ass white people on motorcycles in front of me, man. And they stop for no reason. Yahawah Shema Shai by Shema Kakradash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS, Yahawah, and Teachwell. And so I'm talking to brothers out there pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity to wake up the hopeful elect. All right. Kwame Yashawala and a Bible Ball.